Hi YouTube, Tim Uckert here. In this video, we're going to look at similar right triangles. Now these are questions that you could come across on the SAT, asking you to find the measure of an angle and giving you a little bit of information. Let's dig into problem one. So we have right triangles ABC and DEF. They are similar where A corresponds to D. That means A and D are congruent angles. They are the same measurement. Okay? If the angle of B is 32 degrees, what is the measure of angle D? Okay, so another way we could ask that is, what is the measure of angle A? Well, how we can figure this out is the measure of angle A plus 32 degrees plus this 90 degrees. That's got to equal the sum of the interior angles of a triangle, which is 180 degrees. We can combine 32 and 90, so we can say the measure of angle A plus 122 degrees equals 180 degrees. We can then subtract 122 degrees from both sides. These will cancel, and we're left with the measure of angle A equals 180 minus 122 degrees, which is going to be 58 degrees. So the measure of angle A equals 58 degrees. The measure of angle D also equals 58 degrees. So 58 degrees is our solution for problem one. Now, if you're trying to get ready for the SAT, what you might want to do for the next few problems is pause the video, look at the problem, try and answer it, and then watch as I go through it to make sure your answer matches. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right, so pause the video now if you want to. So number two reads, right triangles ABC and DEF are similar, where A corresponds to D. Okay. If the measure of angle B is 32 degrees, what is the measure of angle E? Well, notice here that C and F are right triangles. So that means that B and E correspond to each other. So therefore, E has to measure 32 degrees as well. So my answer to the second one is 32 degrees. Okay, let's keep going. All right, pause the video now if you need to. Okay, number three, right triangles ABC and DEF are similar, where A corresponds to D. If the measure of angle A is 24 degrees, what is the measure of angle E? Well, again, D is going to be 24 degrees. So the measure of angle E plus 24 degrees plus the 90 degrees is going to equal the sum of interior angles of a triangle, which is 180 degrees. So we're going to add these together. We're going to say the measure of angle E plus 114 degrees equals 180 degrees. Okay, so we can subtract 114 degrees from both sides. These will cancel. You'll get the measure of angle E equals 180 minus 114, which is 66 degrees. And that's your answer for this one, 66 degrees. Okay, let's go to our last problem here. Okay, pause the video if you need to. All right, number 4. Right triangles ABC and DEF are similar, where B corresponds to E. Okay, so B corresponds to E. If the measure of angle A is 51 degrees, what is the measure of angle E? Again, C and F are right angles. B and E correspond to one another. That means that A and D are going to be the same. So D is going to be also 51 degrees. Okay, and notice here I kind of made it so that looks less than 51 degrees. It probably is in reality, but sometimes these aren't drawn to scale. So you can't assume. Okay. To figure out the measure of angle E, we're going to do the measure of angle E plus 51 degrees plus 90 degrees equals the sum of the interior angles of a triangle, which is 180 degrees. Add these together. So we're going to say the measure of angle E plus 141 degrees equals 180 degrees. Subtract 141 degrees from both sides. And we get the measure of angle E equals 39 degrees. Okay, so that's the solution for the last one. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe.